So, hi everybody. We are a bunch of digital business owners from all over the world, and we meet like this regularly to tell you about our business so that you will get informed information and then you can make a decision whether you'd like to join us or not. So, as digital business owners, we all took this bold step of joining a digital online business. Many of us didn't even know what it was. But once we came in here, because of strong team support, unique mentorship, and coaching, we have all come a long way from where we started. So, Dipti, I would like to ask you, what was that one thing that really disturbed you so much that you felt I have to start something else? I have to do something else because I think I need to change my life right now. What was it?
Yeah. So for me, like I'm a stay-at-home mom, I always miss the time with my kids. I always looking something because I used to work because I have to support my family. So when I go out, when I work, I feel like that milestones when I like my kids have they achieve something, I can't go and to celebrate, like stand beside them. So I miss the time. So I need that time. And then I want the second thing, I want to be an independent. I don't want to be dependent uh to my husband, or I want to be financially secure and
Right.
independent. So those two things I like desperately needed. And I miss that. If I can't join this business, I needed these two things mainly. Yeah.
Okay. So, Praveen, what would you say is that main uh, point that really disturbed you and you felt, no, I have to do something. I have to take action. I have to look for something that's different, a new way for my new days ahead of me. And you joined this business.
Okay, thank you. So myself, Praveen, I currently live in U USA. I'm an engineer by profession and I do this online business as a side hustle. So what made me to think or make this decision to side hustle something alongside my full-time job is mainly, I actually come from a lower middle class family, and I have seen my parents struggle a lot to bring myself and my sister. So we always struggled and then fought for everything in life. So obviously, my parents had a better lifestyle than my grandparents, and I'm having a very good lifestyle than my parents. And my kids, confidently, I can say they will have a better lifestyle, but always will be at the same time the inflation is also going high, and then always will be fighting for money, and then we need to struggle a lot in the life. So someone has to, along the generation, has to take a bold decision to change the pattern and then do something else so that so that we can, for the upcoming generation, to change the life they actually want. So that was my intention, but I don't know what to do and where to start, because when I focus on traditional business, actually the investment is very high, which I cannot afford. I cannot quit my job and then focus fully on the traditional business. So that is out of equation. And I was trying a lot of things in online, and then I actually burned my fingers a couple of times doing investing in a wrong thing. And when I come across this business, this sounds to be more too good to be true. And then I initially had the same doubt. Since had the experience of losing money in other things, so I know what to ask for, what to look for. So that gave me the confidence. I was exploring the right things in the business, what I'm looking for. And then it kind of ticked the box for me, so that it gave me the confidence that this is the right thing that I can take on, I can rely on, that will change my life, not only my life, and also transform my kids and everything. So why I want to do this is actually, as I mentioned when he asked me the question. So currently, or before coming into the business, we always, when we go to the restaurant or when we go to the shopping, we first look into the price tag. Not even if you like it and it is very expensive, we will not have the heart to go and buy that, right? So we think, oh, okay, instead of paying this much, we can buy two out of this money. So that was our mindset and mentality. That was we were brought up. So I want to come out of that lifestyle. I want my kids to come out of that lifestyle and then choose what they want, what they like, rather than choosing based on the price tag. That's one thing. Another thing is sponsoring my kids' education. So I know I want to study a lot and I want to do explore a lot, but my parents could not afford it. So I don't want to put my kids in the same situation. So I want them to explore what they want and then study whatever they want, so that I want to support them. Another thing is I love traveling. I traveled a lot, and still I have a lot of countries to visit in my bucket list. So yeah, obviously my job will support that, but by the time I travel all those countries, I'll be old, and then I may not be able to enjoy. So I think probably in the next 5 years, I'm aiming to visit all those countries. So these are all the few things that I actually want to do this business and then achieve through this business. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Praveen. So, going to my namesake, Nandini, please tell me what was that one final last straw where you said, okay, that's it. I have to do this. I have to join this online digital business where I'm going to see how it's going to change my life and help me. You'll have to unmute yourself. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Am I audible this time?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
wonderful. The best way to deal with a rapid fire is to have a technical glitch. So, yeah, no, very unintentional. Okay, right. So, my wife, when we started this entrepreneurial journey, life just turned on a different pathway and your way of thinking differed. So, that is why I kept this book here with me to show that this book is sort of at the first step that we read through. What is this? This is Start with Your Why, the big why by very adorable, wonderful author Simon Sinek. So that was the first time when it came to us that we often, before we start a journey, like anybody watching us today, will be thinking, but how on earth will this be possible? We
Yes.
fixate on the how, but actually, we never think of why we really want to get something done. And that is the main push behind why a journey becomes successful, why we go through the ups and downs. Because however resources, tools you will have, it will go through its ups and downs, and it's about how we deal with it. So that is number one, Jay. Anybody who is thinking that this journey might help them big time, just go for it and fixate on the goal rather than how, and you would be amazed at the flashes of ideas that will keep coming in and the help that will come on the way. So yeah, faith is all we need. Now, my why, uh, everybody's life seems like a bit of jumbled and complicated, but at the very core, it's very simple that it goes through its highs and lows and high and how we deal with it. So mine is pretty much the same. Grew up like a princess in a middle class Indian family where parents never allowed me to understand that there is anything tight at all. Whatever I needed, yes, on the good ones. If I wanted anything on the makeup side when I was in school, it's like, no, no, not for you. But if I wanted any books or anything, any resources to, yeah, uh, um, progress, so that will be within one day, that will be on my table. So that indication was clearly there, what is supported and what is not supported. So yeah, went to UK after my undergraduate MBBS degree. Hello, I'm Dr. Nandini Halda. By the way, I haven't introduced myself. I'm an obstetrician gynecologist and at the moment very proud, passionate digital entrepreneur. So 20 years ago, went to UK for my higher studies and my training and worked at the NHS for 15 years. Life was fantastic. I am the single child of my parents, and whatever I needed, as they always supported, they did. So I could totally concentrate on my career, and nothing else really was a matter for me. But when all of a sudden, at the best of Papa's health, my father went far, life turned, and I still didn't know what else to do because clinical medicine is all I knew. But then, like God's grace, as as all the blessings keep coming through, suddenly this opportunity came in front of me. Because of grief response, I hardly ever used to visit Facebook. Now it's a complete different personality, but well, that is how it was. So when I came suddenly on Facebook and I saw one of my junior colleague uh, doing this business alongside clinical medicine, I thought, hang on, another doctor working full time and doing this business on the side. That intrigued me. And I delved into it. I didn't need much time because it was one of my colleague I worked with. All I wanted was to make sure that she was real and somebody else was not operating her account. So I told her, tell me first which year, which hospital we worked in, and that will really assure me. So once she said, I went inside the global community and I was floored. But my why was two things. One was after Papa went far, I realized the main asset, my treasure, is my mom. And if I don't care for her, being beside her, I will not be happy ever with anything in life. So that was my prioritization, that I wanted to be physically with my mom. That's one. And secondly, from nowhere, my health started deteriorating after years of being happily working, but the stress and burnout takes a toll on you. So I had lots of lineup of emergency operations, one after the other, when I was alone in UK and was managing by myself. So my colleagues looked after me, but every time I was under anesthetized, I used to feel like things would have felt different if I could have said a goodbye to my family before before going to sleep. So that used to really knock me off. Jay, yeah, things are happening. I had a mini stroke and other quite a few operations, and that made me think, okay, this is what life has in store for me. If there's lots of health crisis that's going to happen, it's high time now in my 40s that I should think of staying close to my family and at least, yeah, look after one another. So yeah, these two things was my big why that pushed me, and I thought, no looking back, I'm going to grab this opportunity. So there we are, my story done.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. I love listening to people's stories because I find each one so, so very moving. So thank you. Naveena, would you tell the audience a little bit about yourself and your main why? What is that last final push that you knew this is it? I have to change my way that my life is going forward. And let me start this. I don't know what it is, but let me start somehow and make it a success. So tell me what that point was. Unmute yourself, dear. Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Naveena. I'm originally from Tamil Nadu, India. Now I'm living in New Zealand. My why is my family. I'm a mom of two beautiful girls, and being there for my kid is always my first priority. I want to spend quality time with them and be present for their little moments and watch them grow. But at the same time, I realized that I also have dreams and goals of my own. After becoming a mom, I was mainly focused on my family, but somewhere I started putting my own dreams aside. I wanted to change that, and I want to create something of my own and build my own identity while still being there for my kids. And as I said previously, my husband is my very important part of my why. We have gone through different situations, and we faced so many challenges in our personal life as a family. And there were times when we realized that life can change unexpectedly.
Yes.
Those experiences made us think more seriously about our future, and what kind of life we want to build together. Initially I don't know anything about online business, but the point I felt like, um, I if I keep waiting until I'm ready, I will never start. So I started small, learned step by step, and I'm still learning every day. But my husband encouraged me very at the core. He encouraged me, and he has stood behind me for every challenges, every confusion, and every lesson I have learned and faced in this journey. He's a main supportive system for me. And as an immigrant, I missed my family a lot. I'm the only child. I missed my parents a lot. So I want to be there for my parents whenever they need me. I have to take care of them, and I need to support them, and I need to take care of them without any financial circumstances, and thinking about any future plans and all. That's why I started this business. My main why is my total family, including my parents, my kids, and my husband.
Wow. Do you know, I joined this business listening to stories like this. I just found them so moving. A lower middle class family boy looking to create something so different for his family. Somebody who had everything, lived a middle class life, and then she went through so many serious health issues that she wanted to come home to her mom, to her mother's love. Nothing better than that. Somebody who was going through so many personal family issues, but wanted to offer a change for her family. This melts my heart. It melts my heart. A mother in Canada who wanted to give her kids everything. So she just stayed at home to look after her children, to put food on the table every day. But somewhere something was missing in her life. So she realized that actually she can do both. She can love her children and she can be there for herself too. And this weekend, she's going to New York from Calgary to the Harry Styles concert with her daughter, something she can do today because she's in this digital business. So these are the stories that move me, and I do hope that they move you. And before we end, I'm going to do a quick rapid fire, one sentence at a time with everybody, starting with Dipti. Dipti, where do you see yourself 3 years from now in one sentence?
Entrepreneurs. I mean, like in uh, I mean, it's sorry, I don't know.
Tough. I see myself with all of you, celebrating with all of you. I see that again and again and again and again. And Dipti's done it. She surprised us and just landed up here one day, all the way from Calgary, to spend 2 days with us. That's the kind of bond we have in this business. One day she just called me and she said, "What is the best surprise you can have now?" And I said, "My best surprise ever would be if you're standing in front of me." She said, "Oh, okay." And then she changed the topic. And I said, what is this surprise you talk about? Nay, 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 I don't know. Let's see. The next thing I knew, next week, she's standing in front of me.
Yeah.
Amazing. That's the way it is here. Praveen, tell me something. What do you think is your biggest challenge right now? One sentence.
The biggest challenge right now is my job.
Okay. All right. That's
More
it.
time. Yeah.
You want more time. Okay. So tathastu. May you have more time. Nandini, I want to ask you, did you need to be very tech savvy to be here? And are you enjoying your journey as a digital business owner? One sentence.
Okay, just hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once again, the question is, did I need to be tech savvy? And the
Yeah. And
second
are
part
you
is,
enjoying are you enjoying yourself as a digital business owner? One
oh,
sentence.
the second part is easy peasy.
Yes.
It's all over me how much I'm enjoying. So that part I don't need to verbalize. And the first part, tech savvy. Oh ma, that question. Whenever so in UK for the last 2 decades, whenever I would go to buy a new mobile handset. So in UK, I never bought a mobile handset. It used to come as a part of the contract. So two
Yeah.
years, normally 2 years, 1 year. So we won't pay for it, but we will go for a contract every month as a part of the mobile payment charge. Part of the mobile charge will also get deducted. So you won't feel it, and really posh, high end, yeah, handsets I would have, but I don't have to down pay it. So that was what I would do. So whenever I would go for a new mobile handset, all the O2 gurus and all the brand junior people who will be absolutely at the peak of their energy saying, ma'am, this is great. This has new app, this feature. I said, okay, calm down. All I need is the phones to be received. That's all. And WhatsApp and Facebook maybe. And all I need is a good camera. That's all. Keep your apps with you. Maybe life is a bit different right now. So that was my technological run. So whenever people would try to explain to me about the app world and why something is more pricey, it's like, seriously, I want a good camera and that's it. And pick up the phone and so yeah, that was what I was at. And till date, I don't think it has much changed. But of course, being surrounded with IT people like Praveen, like our coach, we have a lot of inflow of
Yeah.
information as to which app is great, and Nandini as well. So we are a bit into it, but we don't have to progress very steadily into the app world. Things are very easy. In digital world, you don't have to become what you are not. You are just
Yes.
blossoming into what you are. So that's absolutely fine. I'm not a tech person, but I'm a warm, kind, and yeah, I can connect. That's all it matters. Yeah. Thank you so much.
And she's very loving. Okay, I want to tell you a huge secret, guys. Before I came into this business, my friends used to tease me because I had that old Nokia. So they used to call it the Mohenjo-daro phone. What is this? Mr. Pick it up. What is this Mohenjo-daro? So, I really didn't know much. Eventually, my friend Sony gifted me this phone, iPhone 11 Pro. But I really had a Mohenjo-daro. So I was not very good with all this. Every morning, I spend 15 minutes grumbling about how every app, do you know now, every app has like three, four more steps. You have to verify yourself more. Everybody's always asking, are you a person? Are you a robot? I'm a person. So, anyway, forget about that. Naveena, in one sentence, what are you enjoying most about being part of our digital business family?
Actually, before that, I'm not that much interactive person. But after joining this business, I met so many people around the world, and I enjoyed connecting with you people as a community. And I want to make more friends, and I enjoyed this community people.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you. Dipti, I'd like you to wrap up now and give a message to the audience, whatever you want to say. Wrap up for us all.
Okay. Was it? Yeah, I was a. I mean, like, I don't know. Sorry.
Okay,
Like,
Dipti is not feeling well today.
yeah.
Though she's got fever, she's here. And so I'll wrap up. So my name is Nandini, and my why to join this business was that I suddenly got a blood clot, which I'd had for many, many years, which I was managing very, very well and doing a lot of things that completely blocked a main vein in my system. And I had to change my life completely. I was a very active person, and suddenly that changed. I couldn't be active. I had to lie down with my leg raised through the day at various times. I can't sit for long. Many things that I just came to a grinding halt. I was devastated because I don't look devastated now because God gave me a different way of living because I'm a people person and I like to be with people. I like to help people. And now what was I going to do? And I think I went into deep depression. I was very low. I was very miserable. Even as a coach, then I couldn't go to long hours with people. It had to be short. Everything kind of changed. My whole life crashed around me. And then I found this digital business. I did not want to join. Digital, online. What is a funnel? What is a ROI? What are these people? Are they real? Are they what? A lot of doubts and a lot of questions. But I'm so glad that I didn't listen to any of them. Instead, I listened to the people and I fell in love with each one. And I'm totally, madly, thoroughly, deeply in love with my community, with all these people right here. And that's why I joined. So, if you've liked what you said, just join the person whose page you're on. See for yourself. We present the business to you. We're not going to force you. See for yourself as if it's something you'd like to do, and then become a part of us. Okay? So do your due diligence, see if you'd like to do this, and then go forward. Thank you, everybody. See you again soon. Bye. Namaste from India. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you all.